What's going on? My phone is.
I don't know what's going on here.
My TV's doing something funky here. Let me see.
Oh my goodness!
What's that?
Who's joining us?
Hey guys, thought I might crash your little watch party. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm looking at I don't know if you're synced up with me, but I'm looking at you and
Ma Kent.
Ma Kent at the what are you gonna do? What's your plan?
Oh, nice. In the cemetery?
Yeah, are you gonna like maybe get a job at a newspaper?
Oh, something like that. Somewhere I can keep my ear to the ground.
Something like that. That's right. Oh yeah, and then just baby Clark and his baby Clark and his dog. That was me running around the yard with the trying to get that dog not to bite.
No protectors here. This world will fall like all the others.
I had a dream. It was the end of the world.
They said the age of heroes would never come again.
It has to.
Oh, awesome.
Don't engage alone. We'll do this together.
Each of us, in some way, is held back.
This is crazy.
Made him promise. That's why I brought you together.
Most think we're all gonna die.
Superman was a beacon to the world. He didn't just save people. He made them see the best parts of themselves.
On my lead.
Fighting the devil and his army in hell.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey guys, thought I might crash your little watch party.
I have a question that is the mother of all our questions as a fandom. When will you release the Snyder Cut?
There it is.
Yes.
There it is. It's a hard question. I don't know. What do you think, Henry?
I reckon you should show it.
We're doing it. So get ready.
The wonderful thing about movies is that it's a suspension of disbelief. We're talking about a guy who can fly and shoot lasers out of his eyes. And so there are ways of doing it, but telling these stories is about your enjoyment. It's about my enjoyment. It's about enjoyment for the viewer. And so we could spend 4 hours of movie explaining why and how Clark comes back. But is that what you want to see? No, right. I mean, if I had billions and billions and billions of dollars and I could make 6 movies a year, all based on Superman, then yeah, we can go through that. It'd be like Game of Thrones. Trilogy. Can I borrow some money?
Oh, this one's gone off as well.
Hello?
There we go.
Where's the money?
Yeah, that's what my mother said. When I had a nice conversation, don't mention politics or money. So, yeah, we will work something out, absolutely. But it's a matter of making it interesting for you guys. We could spend an entire movie on it, but we're not going to, because there's more Superman stories.
Yeah, plenty to come.
So it appears we called it right. Henry Cavill will be returning to be the Man of Steel, to be Kal-El, to be Clark Kent, aka Superman. So what is good, YouTube? Voiced you here with a video on Henry Cavill being Superman and Man of Steel 2 being basically confirmed, although no publication will actually say that. It essentially is already confirmed. Now, I told you this months ago, just like I told you about the release of Snyder Cut, the Zack Snyder's cut. And I also told you in the video when they confirmed the Justice Snyder Cut, I told you that Henry Cavill was already back on track. So essentially, in the video clip we played before, we heard Henry Cavill saying, hey, I just thought I'd join your little live stream. And essentially, he was there as part of the deal when he's coming back to become Man of Steel again. Just like I told you he hadn't gone anywhere. So everyone that was saying I was wrong, I was clickbaiting, please all apologize down below. Now that's a disclaimer over. So what is good, YouTube? So if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. At the 100,000 subscriber mark, I will be giving away something pretty darn cool. So could you please follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/warstew, Instagram warstew, just warstew, Twitter, warstewgg. Right, let's get into this video. So full transparency, I've known about this for such a long time, but I don't have the credentials, I don't have the credibility, I don't work for publication, I have no verification tick. So I'm going to give credit for this story to Humberto Gonzalez. I hope I said your name right, bro. He is the founder and editor-chief of Heroic Hollywood. He's just started a YouTube channel, so please, guys, I will leave it down below. Go check out Heroic Hollywood's YouTube channel. He is breaking a lot of scoops, and I really like the guy. Such a cool guy. So make sure to check him out. So we're going to go over multiple websites and see what they're saying. But essentially what's happening is, I've said it for a very long time, that ever since The Rock commissioned Boss Logic to do artwork of Henry Cavill's Superman destroying Black Adam, not just a Superman figure, it was actually Henry Cavill's Superman destroying Black Adam. And what happens now? Boss Logic reshares the exact same image and says, soon, you know, just like we made a video back there where I confirmed Henry Cavill's back. In my opinion, he is back. I don't work for publication. I'm an independent creator. I've been told this from indirect sources way back that these discussions never really stop, and that it was just a bunch of Warner Bros. Politics, the same politics that kept Zack Snyder's Snyder Cut coming, but it is coming. So we're going to credit Heroic Hollywood for this. So what they are saying is, according to Deadline, although I don't really know where the story came from, Henry Cavill is in talks to return as Superman, but not just in the way fans want it. The trades note Henry Cavill's Superman will appear in multiple up-and-coming DC Comics movies, but a sequel of Man of Steel 2 is not currently on the table. It is clearly unclear which film Superman would appear in. But if I was a betting man, I'd put my money on Shazam 2. Now, this is wrote by someone called Nathan, which is interesting. So yeah, so essentially he's saying he could come back. It could be Shazam 2, could be the Flash movie, but we here at this channel know that Ezra Miller is never ever gonna be the Flash, because let's be honest, guys, the Suicide Squad came out years ago and he cameo rolled in that. He took out, you know, Captain Boomerang. Then in the Justice League, he's like, oh, I've never really done anything. It's like, well, you took down Captain Boomerang in Suicide Squad. Is this same universe? But then we realized that Sweden and Warner Bros. Messed that up. So the Flash as a Miller could be cool. He did appear in Crisis on Infinite Earth crossover with Grant Gustin from the Arrowverse, so maybe it could happen. So people are thinking he's going to cameo role in the Flash movie, or Aquaman 2, or Black Adam. Now, Black Adam would make the most sense to me. It really would. Now, let's read the same report. But what's interesting is basically everyone is saying it's confirmed when it's not confirmed. But when I say it, you butcher me. But when a big publication like Deadline says it, you don't say anything. Have some credibility, guys. Have some backbone. Deadline is such a scary publication because when they say something, it's true. Even though this article doesn't confirm anything. Okay? Exclusively, while there is no Man of Steel sequel in the works, yes, there is. There is. There really is. It's in the works. Although, like Humberto Gonzalez stated, officially, technically, no one has been hired, etc., to write it or pen it. So technically, yeah, I agree with you, but unofficially, it's happening. We're hearing that Henry Cavill is in talks to reprise his role in Warner Bros. DC Universe. You notice how they don't say the DCEU, even though on HBO Max, every DCEU movie, including Wonder Woman, the first one, is in the DCEU. Shazam, DCEU, Shazam 2 is going to be set after Shazam 1. There's 4. It's for the DCEU, not DC Universe. We hear Cavil could come back in a couple of ways. Not a standalone film, but there are plans to bring him back in the red cape again. Sources with knowledge tell us Warner Bros. Is not developing a Man of Steel sequel, and Wonder Woman 1984, Suicide Squad are in the can. Superman isn't expected to make a cameo of Matt Reeves' The Batman movie. Yeah, okay, that makes sense because it's supposed to be set in the 90s. Other projects where Cavill could make a cameo role, Shazam 2. Now, what's interesting is a Henry Cavill lookalike, stunt double, was in Shazam 1. You remember the scene where he's like, oh, I've brought a friend with me, and it's Superman, and they all go nuts. Other projects where Cavill could make a cameo role, Shazam 2, Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam, Aquaman 2, when the productions get back to work. Now, this is the pinnacle part, which I find hilarious, not calling out any publications, but you're basically saying it's exclusive information, and then you say this. When reached, Warner Bros. Provided no comment. Okay, so literally, this is exactly the same thing as before. There's a scoop, but there's no official confirmation. So yeah, technically I know this is happening. Just like I said, the Zack Snyder Justice League cut was happening 3 years ago, back in 2017, but there's no official word from Warner Bros. We all know that AT&T are running the ship now. It doesn't matter what Warner Bros say. Okay, technically it does, but AT&T is their boss, so to speak. But some people were like, but Stu, Warner Bros run as an independent company. Yeah, they do, but they're governed by AT&T because AT&T were like, yeah, Snyder cut, it's happening. Cavill made a surprise appearance on Zack Snyder's Vero watch party for Man of Steel last week. At the end of the session, Snyder announced the director's cut of his movie Justice League. Multiple videos are linked down below. Cavill is repped by WBE, the Garcia companies, etc. So what is interesting is Danny Garcia is the ex-wife of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is The Rock's manager, who is, interesting enough, Henry Cavill's manager. And what did she post last week? I've got a big secret. I'm so happy to tell you. Now, everyone was assuming this was about him appearing in Release the Snyder Cut, him getting redemption arc with no CGI out beard. We want to see Cavill with a beard. Cavill looks his best in a beard. She is actually referring to him making Man of Steel 2, Man of Tomorrow, and also she's on about him being Black Adam. Now, apparently Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I'm being told from some sources that The Rock really is pushing hard to get him in his movie. Now, the problem with that is it's supposed to set up the Justice Society of America, which, if you know anything, if you watch Legends of Tomorrow, there's a new TV show on the Arrowverse called Stargirl. The Justice Society of America, they're old. It's set years ago. So I don't know how Henry Cavill could appear in that unless it's a post-credit scene or unless it goes from the past to the current day. Now, that is the only way I can see that happening. But like I said, guys, you know me. I've said this before. He is returning, and he is returning. So, guys, when I say stuff, start to believe me. Now, over the time when I've done these videos, I've demonstrated so much evidence. Henry Cavill, during the Witcher press junket, said the following: I've not given up the cape. I can still do this, The Witcher, and I can still be Superman. Why? Because movies take literally 3 to 4 months to shoot. It takes longer to shoot a full season of a TV show than it does a movie. But Henry Cavill's Witcher only has, I think, 10 episodes or so. He only shoots for 4 to 5 months, so that gives him half a year to shoot this. Also, he keeps liking Boss Logic's posts when he shares artwork of Henry Cavill Superman, Man of Steel 2 posts, and there's loads of insiders saying some stuff. But what is interesting is it's exactly like the Zack Snyder Justice League cut. You all said Henry Cavill's out because, you know, Henry Cavill's out because it's going to be replaced by a black Superman. And you know, the famous actor who was in the Creed movie, who is also Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan, is going to be a variation of Kal-El. Well, all you puppet guys believe that, but you won't believe that Henry Cavill Superman is coming back. So just like I said, guys, he is coming back. Man of Steel 2 is going to happen. The reason why they're not going to say anything at the moment is because they've got a full slate up to the year 2022 already. They're not going to start announcing movies past that until they see how well these next few movies do. Let's go over some other information that has come out over the last week or so. So since this story broke last night, but I've known about it for a while, there's multiple websites reporting the following. Henry Cavill Superman is going to become the DC Universe or DCEU's variation of the Hulk. Now, I don't like this because this means we're never going to get a standalone solo Superman movie, which is not correct. Only 2 weeks ago, there was a report that they have scrapped, canned, held the Supergirl movie, and they're focusing on Superman inside the movie world. So I don't really understand why you people will believe websites just because they have the verification tick on Twitter, on Instagram. You think their information is more viable than anyone else. You do realize that everyone is generally getting the same information from the same source. I know this is hard to believe for people that aren't in the industry and don't have sources, but I can tell you that literally most websites get their information from give or take the same people or the same circle of people. So this is very interesting, but like I've said all week, guys, I had a Superman video to post. I completely scrapped this because this is based on stories, and the other thing was more kind of going over all the evidence that we've already had, but I thought I would record a complete new one. So Henry Cavill is returning. You heard it here first on the War Stew channel months ago. Look back. In fact, go on YouTube and type War Stew Man of Steel 2, and you'll see how many times I've reiterated the information of all the evidence that's already out there. So like I said always, guys, if I tell you something, it's going to happen. If I speak strongly about it, I am being told stuff. I've been right about a lot of things in the past. I've been wrong about a lot of things in the past. But the difference between me and someone else is when I'm massively wrong, like I wasn't wrong about the Snyder Cut and about how many other people have been wrong about the Snyder Cut, and now they're bashing out daily content on it, and they still won't admit they were wrong. Fair enough, some people have come out and say wrong, but if I'm ever wrong, I would say I'm wrong. But trust me, guys, Man of Steel 2 is happening, but it's not going to happen until after the Flash movie comes out and Aquaman 2, etc. So the best guess is, I believe, Henry Cavill Superman is going to be placed in Shazam 2, Black Adam post-credit scene. Aquaman doesn't really make much sense. Flash does, but doesn't, because if you see the butchered kind of race they had in the Sweden Justice League movie, it is kind of cool to see the Flash and Superman race. It really is. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. Please check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/warstew. I will be streaming a bunch of games over there so you can get to know me. I want to do it on Twitch rather than do it on YouTube, because if I do a live stream on YouTube, there's just too many people come in and then I can't actually see the comments because it goes too fast. So we will be streaming over there as of the second week of June. And also check me out on Twitter, WarstewGG. I don't really promote YouTube videos over there. I just talk random stuff. Also, Instagram @WarStew. That's the best way if you want me to cover a story or anything like that. And also, if Monster Energy is listening to this, please sponsor me. warstewbusiness@gmail.com. and or any other companies that want to work alongside me. We've worked alongside a lot of big companies before, and also we've been invited to a lot of big Marvel, DC, and loads of other events, which has been pretty cool, which is because of you guys watching the content. So thank you very much, guys. Hope you're having a cool time at home, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.